Sometimes we think we miss someone, a person, or a job, right? And do we really miss them, or do we miss who we were with them? If this is the first time that you are meeting me, hearing me, hi, I'm Erica Ann, and as a transformation doula, I love working with women who are in a place in their life where they're not sure if they should stay, go, should they take action on this thing, should they not. So I want to get into what it really looks like if you really miss them or you just are dimming your light to try and fit this mold to be a part of, whether it's part of that relationship or to be a part of an organization or to try and fit yourself into a career that's just not fitting anymore. So when you really love someone, you might be feeling like there are aspects of yourself that came online that you may not have noticed before. So we think it's them, but really it's who we are when we're with them. Maybe we're able to be more expressive. Maybe we're able to be more in our feminine. Maybe we love structure and we're able to be more, provide more structure in a relationship. We like to plan. Maybe we like to just relax and not have to take on the responsibilities of everything. And so when we're with this person, we can just do that. Maybe we are super playful, and when we're with this person, we can laugh and play, and they see us in a way that we felt no one could see us, because they reflected to us a part of ourselves that was either dormant, being suppressed for some reason, or just hadn't come quite online yet. And it's the same thing when we're working for a place that we love, or we're doing something in our career that we love. We're able to bring online all of these qualities, these skill sets, these traits that really light us up. Maybe it's being more creative. Maybe it's having the freedom to design things or connect with people, network. Maybe that particular job allowed you a lot of autonomy, and you could make decisions that you knew you could make because you had a lot of inner authority. So you were able to kind of do your own thing, and you love that. So it's who we become when we are in that particular environment that is really why we love that environment. So on the other side of things, when we are in the wrong situation, the wrong environment, we start to second guess ourselves. So think about it. When you're in a relationship and they say something that dims your light, what do I mean by that? They might, recently someone shared with me from my past that I didn't have the same spark. What? Where in the last couple weeks, I've had 2 other people tell me how much life, vitality, energy that they see in me. So who's right? The person from the past, or these people that I've just recently met? So these are both reflections, but depending on where the person is at and if they've shifted is what they're going to see in you. And then depending on where you're at is what you're going to choose to believe. So if I were to sit in self-doubt and believe that what they said, the person from the past, was true, then that can essentially cause me to dim if I were to take that feedback and start questioning myself. right? Versus with the other people, I felt differently. I was able to feel, no, that's who I am. I'm full of vitality, I'm full of life, I'm full of energy, right? So which one of those situations makes me contract and which one makes me expand? Because that's information. So if we were to talk about 3 signs that let you know if you're fully you or fully online, one is that you, in that environment, in that situation, you feel expansive, not evaluated. So when you're doing work, when you're in a career that you love, you're able to come from inspiration, passion, joy. You're not being evaluated, picked on, micromanaged, right? You trust your skills and abilities. When you're in a relationship where you can feel expansive and not picked on, they're bringing out the best qualities, the qualities that you love about yourself or that you fell in love with about yourself. That's a sign you're in the right relationship. The second one is if you feel more like you. So for me, there were different aspects of my personality that for many years I dimmed in the workplace and in relationships because those particular environments didn't allow me, I didn't feel safe to really be myself. And in one of my other videos, I talk about different types of safety. But identity safety is where you can fully be you. And sometimes if we're in a situation for a long period of time where aspects of ourselves were they were dormant, we forget that. We forget who we were. We don't even identify ourselves as that. Is it interesting that 2 people can meet me at 2 different periods of my life and say, wow, you were closed off, you were more introverted, you were really serious. And then in another period of life, wow, you're playful, you're full of life. Well, both can be true, and it can depend on the environments that bring those things out in me, in you, right? So can you fully be yourself? That's number 2. And then number 3, you don't have to prove it. This is unapologetic. You don't feel the need to defend any part of it. Your work, who you are showing up in anytime you're in a relationship and you feel like you have to defend something. Well, no, this is why. You're over explaining. No, you don't understand. Let me explain. Right? That can be a red flag. That they're not really seeing you. They're not seeing the full you. They're not valuing you completely. And whether it's in a romantic relationship, a friendship relationship, or a work relationship, we definitely want to feel valued, right? So instead of asking, gosh, did I make the right choice? Do I miss them? Should I have stayed? Should I have stayed in that job? Should I have stayed in that relationship? Maybe I could have done this better. I think the question is, was I fully able to have all aspects of me online in that environment? So if you like this, I invite you to subscribe. This channel is all about how we can tap in to the full version of ourselves, upgrade our identities to match the life that we are wanting to create and live into, as well as feeling really good about making big decisions in life and creating the next chapter that we love.